Welcome in and welcome to game 26 of the 2023 Rocky Mountain League season. It is the Dodge City A's and Hayes Larks, a Rocky Mountain League contest scheduled here at Larks Park. Game 3 of 4 in the league series. The A's started this season, played 2 non-league games against the Hayes Larks, and would split the non-league series. They would fall here at Larks Park and then win at home. The A's currently 0-2 against the Larks in league play. The A's come in to today's contest. They are 12-13 overall on the season, looking to draw even with a win tonight. The Hayes Larks, they are 21-4 overall and in the hunt at the top of the Rocky Mountain League. If we take a look around the league standings, it is the Hayes Larks leading the league in league games. They are 11-2 overall, tied for first with the Liberal BJs. It is the Denver Cougars in third place at 11-9, 3.5 games out of first, and your Dodge City A's in at 6-7. They are 5 games back. The Game Day Angels 4-7 overall. They are 6 games back. The Colorado Springs Cage Rats 5-10 overall. They are 7 games out of first. And the Colorado Rough Riders in last place at 7th. They are 5-16, 10 games out of first.
Nothing was working on it.
Huh?
Nothing was working on it, so we decided to clear it.
So while we are resetting a few things, let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineups. We will start with the Hayes Larks. Leading off, it is Trent Baker. He is the center fielder tonight for the Larks. Batting second, number 6, Damian Ruiz. He is the left fielder. Batting third, number 8, Wes Vlasic. He the right fielder. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 26, Tyler LaRue. So
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to historic Larks Park and the 77th season of Hayes Larks Baseball.
batting fifth, it is the first baseman, number 16, John Sicoli. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 7, Brady Evans. Batting seventh, the second baseman, number 6, the shortstop, number 4, Cash Benavidez. Batting eighth is the designated hitter, number 19, Jet Lotus. Batting ninth is the second baseman at number 12, Luis Garcia. It is Dylan Hill on the mound for the Hayes Larks. The starting lineup for your Dodge City A's is as follows. Leading off, left fielder, number 1, Juan Rivera. Batting second, the center fielder, number 6, Cooper Schneider. Batting third, shortstop, number 22, Jordan Black. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 32, Carter Olson. Batting fifth, first baseman, number 23, Cooper Tompkinson. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 3, Nolan Williams. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 7, Rudy Gonzalez. Batting eighth is third baseman, number 4, Brian Gardner. And rounding out the lineup is the second baseman, number 10, Alex Gallion. The starting pitcher tonight coming in with a 1-3 record overall. It is number 34, Peyton Walters. Walters having played his season at Garden City Community College this year. That is the lineup as it stands for both teams. We are going to step aside as we get ready for first pitch here as they finish the starting lineups and we get ready for National Anthem. Justin Herger alongside for this one. We're going to step aside. We'll be back. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Welcome in and welcome back to Larks Park. Game 3 of 4 in league play between the Dodge City A's and Hayes Larks. Justin Hergert alongside for this one tonight as the A's come into tonight 12 and 13 overall, 7-12 first pitch here at Larks Park. A little behind, but nonetheless, we are underway and playing baseball. Feels currently 91, feels like 99 degrees here in Hayes, America. A sticky, muggy one out here tonight. A heat advisory in effect both in Dodge City and here in Hayes. A 2-1 count to Rivera as the first pitch was called strike to Rivera. We will get to some other information as we get into this ball game, but a 2-2 pitch. And that pitch fouled off. We will do the 2-2 over again. Juan Rivera, the leadoff hitter, again, the lineup for the Dodge City A's as Rivera takes that one, a fly ball. It's headed out to left, and Ruiz there to haul that one in for the first out for the Dodge City A's. That will bring in Cooper Schneider, the lineup for the A's. For those of you that are just joining in, leading off, it is Rivera, followed by Schneider, Black, Olson, Tompkinson, Williams, Gonzalez, Gardner, and Gallion. The 9 starters tonight for your Dodge City A's. The first pitch in to Cooper Schneider, missing for ball number 1. And after Juan Rivera found himself down in the count 0-2, worked a 2-2 count, would foul one off, and then fly out to left field. That pitch in called strike, evens a count at 1 apiece to Schneider. Tony Vega, the home plate umpire tonight, that pitch fouled off and will fall out of play out in the parking lot and will fall into the area between where the bus is parked and other cars. Parking a valuable commodity here at Larks Park. So there's not a whole lot of it. The 1-2 delivery from Hill will get Schneider looking. He will go down on strikes, 2 away for the Dodge City A's. That will bring in Jordan Black. Black, the shortstop tonight for your Dodge City A's. And he will step in to face Dylan Hill. Hill, a late addition into this game, as it was supposed to have been Tyler Schott getting the start for the Hayes Larks, but a late change moving Hill to the mound first. The first pitch in to Jordan Black for a strike. 0-1 the count, as Black will step in for the 0-1 delivery. That pitch fouled off. That will go out towards the parking lot again, bouncing and in between cars. Black down in the count, 0-2. The A's trying to set themselves up to possibly split the series between the Hayes Larks. They are currently 0-2 overall. That pitch fouled off and going backwards. The count remains 0-2 for Jordan Black. 0-2 delivery from Hill. It is chopped down the first base side. It will be taken by Sicoli. A 3U ground out that will end the inning. The A's go down 1-2-3. And that will end the inning. We're headed to the bottom of the first. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Peyton Walters on the mound to get the A's started in the bottom of the first. It is Trent Baker leading off for the Hayes Larks. Justin Hergert alongside with Caden Norman. Welcome in.
Hi, Justin. Glad to be here.
And the first pitch in to Baker, fouled off, has him down in the count 0-1. Peyton Walters. That pitch is a fly ball out into right field. Nolan Williams making a diving stop at it, not able to haul it in. A lead-off hit for the Hayes Larks, and already a runner aboard, a triple, just one batter in.
You gotta like the effort, though.
A superb effort by Nolan Williams. Can't fault him for what he did. He was ranging on that ball, giving it his all, trying to get there. And rather than playing it off the hop and maybe trying to hold Trent Baker on at first, just unable to come up with it, it gets away. And the first pitch in to Damian Ruiz in for a ball that will hit him, hit by pitch, runners on the corners for the Larks, and a shaky start here for Peyton Walters. Peyton Walters comes in to today's ball game, making his 8th appearance, his 6th start overall, 1-3 on the season, has 20 hits, 28 runs, 24 of those earned, walked 24, and struck out 34. A pitch to Wes Vlasic, fouled off, and that will have him down in the count 0-1. Ruiz was off on the pitch, and it looks like Vlasic is stepping out, making an adjustment to a batting glove.
I believe he, when he swung, the ball was a little in, and it got off his hands, off his knuckles.
Oh, darn.
Yeah. Oh, darn.
So after head coach Frank Leo in his 41st season is what I heard,
That's what I heard as well.
with the Hayes Larks, comes in to check on Vlasic, and we will go back to work. And a coach of that tenure, almost unheard of.
Especially during summer ball as well.
Yeah,
Yes.
especially in summer ball. In college ball, it's not completely unheard of anymore. It's a rarity.
Yeah. You'll get a coach here or there that's been there for a number of years, but, you know, summer coach, you never really see them more than probably 10 years in a row. As we have a new coach ourselves, of course.
Yeah.
But never someone past 4 decades.
Right.
Yeah, probably has a lot of connections, a lot of players somewhere in this world, you know. Probably doing amazing things.
And he does. He has quite the connection, and you might as well just name the Hayes Larks the Division I team of baseball. I mean, because D1 athletes up and down the roster for the Hayes Larks, guys coming from Tennessee, University of Oklahoma. There's several on their roster from Texas. So, you know, you have a Division I rich talent roster, and there's a reason why the Hayes Larks chase NBC championships almost every year.
Yes. It's not even just D1s. They're Power 5 D1s, right? No, I mean, you got some mid-majors, Power 5, but you Tennessee, big time school, of course. You know, they were in the World Series a couple of weeks ago before they, you know, eventually lost out. But
a 1-2 pitch comes inside, and they're saying, so the call, it was initially shown as a hit by pitch. The call by home plate umpire Tony Vega, and for those of you that have listened along, might know the story.
Seemed to have sticked his leg out just a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. But That's what I said. I was like, it looked like he sticked out a little bit there, but
The call was, and Tony Vega said, no, you're staying right here, was the motion at home plate. Vlasic now down at first, and so unaware of.
probably thinks he's going to win this argument for.
We will see what happens here, and it looks like Vega looks like he's writing down a note saying that maybe Leo was charged with a visit.
Possibly.
And even more confusion.
Yes, I'm confused now myself.
I'm totally confused because Tony Vega clearly pointed and said, here.
Yes.
And so I don't know if he changed his mind in the course of his conversation with Frank Leo. I mean,
Yes.
Frank Leo can be a very convincing person, but now, well, here comes Vlasic back to a home plate. So evidently they did not win this battle, and now they're taking a batter off of the base paths.
I am very confused myself right now.
I am totally confused as Trent Baker just trotted down from third base, tapped home plate like he scored a run.
Why is he?
I am absolutely and utterly confused at this point why that would be occurring.
If it's a hit by pitch, the ball's dead. If you stuck out, the ball's dead, so no one moves up.
So why is there not a runner still on third?
Umpires, Justin umpires. I think.
Nope.
Yep,
Here
there
comes
we go.
Trent Baker. I don't know if it was a show by the Hayes Larks. Okay. Wow. All right. So here we go. We might actually be set to go back to work. A 2-2 count to Wes Vlasic. Runners on the corners for the Larks. And what a strange play of events. Grounded right back at the pitcher. Walters, the throw home. The throw home not in time. The throw home was in time. Rudy Gonzalez making the out at home. Baker does not score.
Great heads-up play there. Way to listen to whoever called out home. As you saw, Peyton Walters about to throw to first, formerly or known as on the team as Petey. He was going to throw the first there, but I believe our catcher Rudy called to go home there, which was a great call, get him in time, and now we have another argument with the third base coach down there.
Third base coach Frank Leo having an argument saying, and I'm sure he's arguing about.
It's not going to be a happy game, I feel like, today.
No,
Justin.
this is not going to go well.
No.
I'm already having deja vu of the first game that we played here earlier this summer, and ooh, what a game.
Yes, what a game.
So we will go to work. It is Tyler LaRue at the plate. One run has not scored. Runners at the corners for the Hayes Larks. And I can only imagine what the scorebook is going to look like tonight in Game Changer.
A lot of resets, most likely, and undo buttons.
Yes. So if you're following along on Game Changer, I'm sorry. A swing and a miss, and the double steal, the throw back to home. Not in time as the ball comes out, and Rudy Gonzalez taken out by the play at home, and Coach Esteban out to check on him, and Esteban really needs to give Tony Vega a piece of his mind on that one. I mean, I understand being aggressive, but double steals this early in the game is uncalled for right now.
Yes, I believe so, but, you know, it's baseball. You're always trying to score.
Yeah.
I mean, we always run through these things in practice. We run the plays, as you saw. We had him out at second, but we also had that at home. We had him dead to rights. It's just the collision, the ball came loose, stuff like that
Yep.
happens. Right now, I'm more worried about Rudy down there. He hasn't gotten up yet, and it seems like he's taken off his gear. Looks like he may be getting checked out on his right leg there, which is always a great concern for a catcher. You don't want to see him get ran into.
I mean, Rudy Gonzalez is up standing. His right leg guard is off, and he's at least walking around. I wonder if maybe twisted an ankle in that collision.
Looks like
Maybe
he's caught
twisted a
the ball.
knee, or I mean, we can't speculate. We're definitely way up in the press box.
Yes. Well, what I know from Rudy is he doesn't want to come out. He's
No.
not going to want to come out.
Rudy's a player that is going to do everything in his power to try to stay and do what he needs to do to support his team. But I'm guessing by the motion that I'm seeing in the dugout currently is that Alex Gallion will be moving
Catcher.
to the catcher position. So we will need to take a look and see who will take over second base. And it looks like it's going to be Dawson Stutz that will go to second, as an unfortunate series of events for Rudy Gonzalez here tonight. Two back-to-back plays right at the plate. A beautiful hold to get the advancing Trent Baker out.
Hayes Welcome Center, 2700 fine for local information as well as tourism guides for the entire.
And I'm not sure why the umpires are trying to hustle the players away.
We don't have a catcher yet. We have
Like, there's, I mean,
we have Carter Olson coming out there to, I think, keep the pitcher warm. But I think
yeah.
AG
I
got
mean,
out there in time.
by rule, due to an injury, you are allowed as much time as you need to get a player back in the field and resume the game. So, I'm not sure why Hunter Fitzpatrick has a burr up his rear end about getting the players away.
I could not tell you, to be honest. It's just, I think this first inning, there's been so much communication between the umpires and the coaches right now. They kind of just want to get out of the first inning. Maybe it's just like a bad luck inning for all we know right now.
Hopefully we get it all out of our system right here, and we can get this ball game in. Already 7:30 in the afternoon, and we're not even out of the bottom of the first. We're going to take a step aside until we resume this ball game. We'll be back with you when we resume the bottom of the first. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Welcome back in. A 1-2 count to Tyler LaRue. And after the pitch gets away from Galleon, to a full count. Sorry, I was trying to get myself caught up because after I looked at the scorebook, I was confused. So Tyler LaRue put the ball in play. Hit the ball up the middle. It went to the second baseman. At the time was Galleon. Galleon threw back home. The play at home in which Damian Ruiz came in and scored, they held.
This is Tyler Rue up here, actually.
Yes.
Right now.
They held LaRue at the plate because Vlasic got on a fielder's choice that threw out Trent Baker.
Yes.
So Tyler LaRue currently at the plate. A 3-2 count. The payoff pitch fouled off. There's been a lot go on in this ball game already.
Yeah.
And that pitch, a fly ball that will get down in left field. Nobody on, and a single for Tyler LaRue. 2 runs have scored. So let's back up and catch ourselves to the point we're at here. Trent Baker leads off for the Hayes Larks. A 0-1 count, hits a triple.
Yes.
Damian Ruiz comes in, first pitch, hit by pitch, runners on the corners. Wes Vlasic comes in, a 2-2 count, a fielder's choice, right back up the middle. The throw home, a controversial call at the plate, we'll say that.
Yes.
Trent Baker is out, the run does not score, and that puts runners on the corners again.
Yes.
Tyler LaRue's at bat, a 1-1 pitch, driven back up the middle. The fielder's choice to come back home, and the collision that took Rudy Gonzalez out of the ball game. Tyler LaRue stays at the plate. The run does score, and eventually LaRue will hit a fly ball out into left. John Sicoli at the plate right now, a 2-0 count. The Hayes Larks leading this one 2-0, 1 away and 1 on. A high fly ball that is headed out will drop foul, and just falling foul down the left field line. So that will put us into a 2-1 count.
Justin, I'm going to say you are right on everything you just said. I could not help you at all. My brain is everywhere right now after that last 20 minutes of this game.
Exactly, and that's why I had to go back and recap based on what I was seeing on my score sheet, just so we were absolutely clear about the sequence of events that have occurred to get us to this point, a 2-0 ball game in favor of the Larks here in the bottom of the first. And that pitch, a passed ball that will get through the legs of Galleon, and that will move the runner over to second. 3-1 count to John Sicoli, and you can't help but things just not going the way of the Dodge City A's tonight.
Seems like it's going to be one of those nights, like I said earlier, Justin. But let's hope it's just all in this first inning. There's been a lot
there's been a lot of bad juju for the A's up and down the season in the first, and then things seem to settle down, and the A's can play some competitive ball games. That pitch missing high and inside, a walk to Sicoli. Runners on first and second, and that will bring in the catcher, Brady Evans. And Galleon, huh?
I was going to say, you would like to see just Galleon go out there, calm down Petey after everything that's happened so far. We get him reset, we get him relocked in, try to get out of this inning with minimal damage.
Yep, try to limit it here, and come up and let the bats do the work that they need to do. The A's can hit. We know they can hit. And what we saw on the bottom or the top of the first, actually, you know, I didn't see anything special out of Hill, to be honest. Did you?
I mean, myself, I'm not one to talk bad about a player, of course, as a player myself. But I mean, you know, this team, like I said, I think they have all D1 guys, I believe. One JUCO guy, I know for sure. But I believe Hill's actually their right fielder normally. I've never seen him on the mound. But you know, 3 at bats. I believe 1 strikeout on a battle, and then 2 grounders. I would have to agree with you, of course. You know, always, you know, being a little biased to my team, of course. But I didn't see anything too special. I feel like it's going to be a good game. I'm just hoping we get all the bad juju out here in the first inning. Ooh, threw it away.
A throwing error by Alex Gallion. A 1-1 count now to Evans. Gallion tried to back pick LaRue down at third and overthrew.
I believe there's an argument here at home plate of the batter getting in the way of the catcher. I believe he may have backed out into his way or swung and got in his way or something. But, you know, the batter's box is the batter's space. He can be in there no matter what.
Yeah,
but
but the batter cannot encroach in that neutral zone, which is home plate.
Yes. Which I believe is why we're arguing. Because when I look after the throw, when LaRue stole third, he had a monster lead. I don't think there was any shot to gain him, to be honest. He had a monster lead. But when I look back at home, Alex Gallion, the new catcher that came in, was on his back. I believe he may have, or the batter number 7 here, Brady Evans, may have gone in the way of Alex Gallion.
Well, the live stream that I'm watching is a little bit delayed, and the batter Brady Evans bent forward and did technically encroach in the neutral zone.
So that would,
I mean, based on what I saw on the live stream replay myself, and I will admit I'm not perfect. It's not the greatest of view that I'm looking at, but Mr. Evans did bend forward. And it was an honest attempt, knowing that Gallion was trying to throw down to third. It was an honest effort by Evans, and Evans a catcher himself.
He did not try to get in his way on purpose. Well, I'll put that out there. Yeah, I don't believe he did. But you know, on that swing, you never know. You see someone throwing towards you. What are you gonna do? Stand there and get hit? No, you're gonna duck sometimes. And that just seemed to be what happened. He got caught up maybe. Of course, the video is right next to you. I can't see too well over here, but. I don't know what the call would be here, but from what I saw afterwards and what you said, I could see them putting the guy back on third, runner back on third, or they're going to call it to where it was just a throwing error.
Well, it's a straight-up error. We're going to go to work. A 1-1 count against the catcher Evans, and the tumultuous first continues.
You know, no matter how bad the luck is, you always got to find a way to get out of it, especially as a pitcher. Again, like I said earlier, you like to see PD get in here, get into the strike zone a little bit more, take a deep breath.
That pitch missing high, 2-1 to the catcher Evans. Evans, the 6th batter to come to the plate. 1 away for the Larks. 3 runs have scored now in this inning. The Larks leading it 3-0. And at this point, you hate to say it this early in the ball game, but the run rule starts to creep into the back of a person's mind with a 3-0 lead already in the top of the bottom of the first.
Yeah, I mean, you remember the other people that are watching remember the other day, about 2-3 days ago when we run ruled. Who was it? The North Platte.
The Plainsmen.
Yes, we scored 6 in that first inning, and we were out of there by the 7th. So you know, it's no matter if they put a crooked number up on the board in the first inning. If anybody does it, you start to think about, maybe this game isn't going too great.
You can put up numbers, but you put a big crooked number, and especially, you know, again, I'm not trying to say anything bad about the A's right now. You know, the A's obviously a limited staff.
Yes.
There's been a little bit of attrition here late in the season. Some of our key players have departed.
Yes.
Our pitching staff definitely depleted at this point. And so, you know, for lack of better terms, it's almost a David and Goliath matchup here.
I mean, I wouldn't change the words that just came out of your mouth there, Justin. I mean, all D1 guys again. You know, we're all JUCO guys, some D1 guys, of course. But you know, we're short-staffed everywhere. You know, we have guys playing multiple positions every other day. You know, there's rarely any breaks. Pitchers, you know, I believe we only have about 6 of them now with the departure of a key left arm there, Caleb Jamison leaving the other day. But, you know, we're going to try to make it work. We're going to see all the 2 ways that we can as well.
A key strikeout right there.
Big strikeout. Yep.
A backwards K is Cash Benavidez on the 3rd pitch he would see, both called strike before that. He will go down on strikes. 2 away will bring in, and for those of you that don't know about it, the Hayes Larks do the beverage batter, and that is this man right here. So if Mr. Lotus gets on with a hit, it will be half-price drinks for the remainder of the inning for the Hayes fans. And there is quite a crowd on hand here tonight at Larks Park. A 1-0 count to Lotus. And the A's just trying to get out of this inning right now with just this damage done. A grounder back to second, and the overthrown, it will be an E4, and the ball will fall out of play. So runners on second and third. Another run scores.
From Pima Community College, the Larks second baseman number 12.
And another discussion there. I know Frank's trying to argue that Sicoli out on third right now should have scored on that on the ball out of play. I don't agree with that. I think Sicoli should be held at third.
Oh. I mean, also, you know, the ball finds you when you come into a game. Great try by PD and Stutz over there at second, trying to get that guy out at first. It was a difficult play. I mean, of course, I count it as an error as well, but that was, you know, just getting that ball not to get into the outfield. And, you know, even throwing it away now, the only 1 run scored there. You know, if the ball got in the outfield, maybe 2, you know, got it stopped, got the runners to stop it. I think, you know, no matter what, I think we can look at this as a positive way, kind of in a small win type of sort of matter. With only keeping 2 guys on instead of, you know, just having the 1 and allowing 2.
Yeah, and the argument is, and whoever the pinch runner, or not the pinch runner, I shouldn't say pinch runner, it's a courtesy runner.
Courtesy, yes.
Whoever that is, I don't know who it is right now, was at first, and so when the ball was thrown out of play, he was advancing to third, had just barely rounded third when the ball went out of play. So at that point, you are granted the base you are at.
Yes.
That pitch to Luis Garcia as the Larks sending the 9th batter to the plate this inning. Fouls that one off. Down in the count, 0-1 is Garcia.
I think you meant he was rounding second, not third there. You said he was rounding third.
Yeah, he was. I think he had just started around third, but at
Okay.
that point, Cooper Tompkinson had already made the motion, ball out of play.
I see what you mean, yes. And he would just be rewarded third. I mean, that ball is grabbed and thrown home if it's still in play by then, I believe. I wouldn't. I mean, I'm not. This is a
because I was watching. I was watching Cooper Tompkinson at the dugout, and he made the motion, hands in the air, ball out of play. And at that point, the courtesy runner over here had not rounded third.
Yes.
He did go ahead and round third, and I think that was the argument that Frank Leo was trying to make.
But Cooper Tompkinson's hand over here at first was already up.
Yes. That pitch missing evens the count at 2 apiece to Garcia, and the A's looking for the 3rd out of this inning to limit the damage to 4 runs here in the bottom of the first. The A's trailing 4-0 after what can only be described as one of the strangest series of play that I have seen in a long time.
I would have to agree with
I
you.
don't know that I have ever seen an inning
So many
like
umpire
this
meetings.
one.
Yes, I completely agree. Yes.
I mean, I personally, I've been with the A's since 2016.
Yes.
I've been doing this since then. A high fly ball, Brian Gardner giving chase. He'll have it in foul territory, and that will mercifully end this inning. We're headed to the top of the second. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Well, 40 minutes later, and we are moving our way into the top of the second. Probably one of the longest first innings I have ever seen in my career.
I would have to agree with you there, Justin. I've never seen something so long myself in baseball, or an inning so long in baseball. But baseball games, though, in general, very long, I will
Yeah.
say.
An 0-2 count to Carter Olson, and the A's just trying to get something going here after one of the most tumultuous first innings. And that pitch called strike, one away for the Dodge City A's. That will bring in Cooper Tompkinson, and Tompkinson playing in his last game as a Dodge City A this summer.
Really?
I think so. That's what I'm hearing, possibly.
This would be the first I've heard of this myself, to be honest.
And first pitch to him from Hill comes in high and outside. 1-0 to Tompkinson.
He will be missed, that's for sure. You know, I've played baseball with him at Dodge during season as well, and now, you know, I've played with him the last month and a week or so for the A's. Will be missed. Great ball player, great competitor. Great friend.
That pitch called strike makes it 2-1 for Cooper Tompkinson. And what can you say, but sometimes you have to take some chances. Tompkinson takes that one low and inside, a 3-1 count We will see what happens here. The 3-1 delivery, catching the outer part of the zone. A full count now to Tompkinson. The payoff pitch comes in low, and Tompkinson will draw a walk. The first base runner of the day for the Dodge City A's.
It's very hard to make Cooper Tompkinson chase pitches. He sees the ball pretty well. Short, compact swing, eyes always on the ball. Give Nolan here a chance to move him around a little bit.
That will bring in Nolan Williams. He throw to first, not in time. And we will look and see what happens here for Nolan Williams. First pitch from Hill, missing a little bit low, I believe. It looked like it was over the plate, but I'm guessing it was low. It moves the count to 1-0. The Hayes Larks, white pants, white tops with red sleeves. So I'm guessing it's more of a vest top, actually, the way it looks. A white vest top, red sleeves underneath with red numerals and letters. Red belts, wearing their blue hats with the Larks logo or Dodge City A's. Gray pants, green tops, white numerals and letters outlined in yellow, and green hats for them. It is a 2-0 count to Nolan Williams. We've worked our way into the top of the second. A fly ball right at the center fielder Baker, out number 2 for the Dodge City A's. That ball was hit right on the screws, but unfortunately right at Baker.
Yes.
And that will bring in Dawson Stutz. Stutz came in. The starting lineup originally had Rudy Gonzalez at catcher and Alex Gallion at second. Alex, after the injury to Rudy in the bottom of the first, Alex Gallion moved from the field to behind home plate. Dawson Stutz taking his spot in the field. So Stutz hitting for Gonzalez in the 7-hole. The first ball to Stutz, missing outside for ball number 1. So while Caden goes and makes a few changes to the lineup, Stutz a fly ball. It's headed down the right field line, but it will drop foul into the bullpen area for the Dodge City A's. That will even the count at 1 apiece.
I'm a tech wizard over here, Justin.
Hey, we're getting there.
Figuring it out.
So we will go back to work. A 1-1 count to Dawson Stutz. And that pitch will miss high and inside. It makes it 2-1. Stutz will swing on that one, and it may have even been foul tipped a little bit. Either way, strike number 2, a 2-2 count to Stutz with 2 away. Runner on as Cooper Tompkinson drew the walk earlier in the inning, and that pitch called strike on the outer edge. Stutz will go down on strikes. That will end the inning, and we are headed to the bottom of the second. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Trent Baker leads off back at the top of the order for the Hayes Larks. A 1-0 count as Peyton Walters working his second inning of work. A 2-0 count against Baker. Let's go in and we will take some look at some stats as we get rolling with the Hayes Larks going through their second trip of the batting order. That pitch called strike makes it 2-1 to Trent Baker. Trent Baker batting .434 on the season for the Larks, and a 3-1 count to him. Dylan Hill making his second appearance tonight for the Hayes Larks and has given up just 1 hit and 1 strikeout. A leadoff walk to Trent Baker. Baker now still officially 1 for 1 in this ball game. That will bring in Damian Ruiz. Ruiz was hit by pitch, the first pitch that he saw from Peyton Walters his last time up. Runner on, nobody out. Walters working from the third base side of the rubber. The pitch missing high for ball number 1. Back-to-back batters here in the bottom of the second have been first pitch balls. That pitch missing high makes it 2-0. Delivery. Walters looks over at first. The pitch missing inside makes it 3-0. The Dodge City A's took on the Hayes Larks in Game 4 of the season. They four-pitch walk, 2 on, nobody out. Back-to-back walks to start the second for Walters. Nobody down in the bullpen for the Dodge City A's. So the A's would take on the Larks in Game 4 of the season after traveling to Colorado that was supposed to have taken on the Game Day Angels, both of those games being rained out. So the A's basically getting a vacation to start the season. At pitch to Walton comes in high. Called strike nonetheless.
Get the bat out there. He's trying to bunt the ball. This is funny. I know, our teammates Cooper. My teammate Cooper Schneider knows this guy. He's a pitcher. He's mainly a pitcher. We saw him pitch that first game you were just talking about.
Cam Walton did pitch in that game, went 4 innings, gave up 4 hits, 2 runs, walked 1 and struck out 8.
Just trying to have some fun here probably or something. Just trying to get a bunt down, it seems like, get the guys over.
An 0-2 count to Walton, has shown bunt both times. Stutz going, charging back at second. The 0-2 delivery comes in low, makes it 1-2. So the A's would ultimately fall in that game, and that was a non-league contest. They would ultimately fall in that one 11-4, as it would be the big second inning for the Larks. The Larks would score 5 in the second and 3 in the fifth. It would give them 8 of their 11 runs in those 2 innings alone. So to your point, there is the big innings, and that seems to be the A's bugaboo this season, is giving up the big innings.
Yes.
Then on June the 8th, the Larks would travel to Dodge City for Game 2 of the non-league contest, and the A's would become victorious in that one, winning that game 3-2,
Yes.
as the A's would come from behind. The Larks would score first, make it a 1-0 ball game, tied 1-1 after the 5th inning. The Larks would jump ahead again in the 7th, and the A's would tie it in the bottom of the 7th. And then the A's, with the go-ahead run, would win it in the bottom of the 8th.
Yes.
So the A's winning that one 3-2.
I remember that game. I started that game, actually.
So that was a strikeout.
Yes. Strikeout. Swing and a miss. No, I started that game that we won. That was the game I got hurt, Justin, if you don't remember.
It was.
Yes. For one inning pitch in that game. But you learn a lot from a team in 1 inning, at least the top of the order. Which I've learned that you can't just have a fastball when you face these guys. You have to have multiple pitches.
By all means. I mean, you have to have a multitude of tricks under your hat in order to beat a team like the Larks. And it's not just the Larks, it's any team. You can't just you can't be a one-trick pony and expect to win ball games.
Yes. I mean, if you have a good fastball like Peyton Walters, he has a great fastball. He's just you also need, the older we get, the higher levels, there's JUCO, then there's divisional schools, big time schools. Most of these guys are from. So, they're used to seeing guys on 2-0 pitches being curveballs, not fastballs, which at the JUCO level, we're used to throwing a fastball on 2-0. But like I said, these guys, you need more than just one pitch. You need some good stuff, some good breaks, some good cut, as our best left pitcher friend that just left us, Kev Jameson, would say. Find a way to make these
make pitches look like strikes.
Yes, exactly. Way to make the pitches look like strikes. That's kind of what you got to do with these guys. As most of them, like when I was pitching against them, they would chase here and there, but again, it had to be good. It couldn't just be a floater or anything. It had to be my best stuff that I could in that 1 inning.
3-1 pitch missing outside will load the bases of Hayes Larks. Two walks. Actually, all 3 of them walks.
Yes.
So Trent Baker would lead off the inning. He would walk. Damian Ruiz would come in a 4-pitch walk to put runners on first and second. Cam Walton taking over in left field after the injury to Wes Vlasic. And then
I see.
Tyler LaRue walking.
Wes Vlasic maybe hurt a little bit after the first collision at home plate, as he was thrown out of home. Or was he the second one?
He was the second collision at home plate.
Again, like we said, that one looked kind of hard on both players, not just our catcher Rudy.
The first pitch from Walters to Sicoli. And I don't know if I didn't write numbers down or numbers just don't look the same. Roster, it looks like Sicoli's wearing 18.
I believe you. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me too. Yeah. Nope, it's 16. He's wearing 16.
Okay.
We're a bit further up and further away.
A 1-1 count to Sicoli.
Don't worry, Justin. I got your back.
It's been a day.
It's been a long day already.
That pitch gets away from Gallion. 1 run scores. Both runners move up to second and third. A wild pitch has given the Larks a 5-0 lead. Two-one count to Sicoli. And still no work in the Dodge City A's bullpen. 2-1, missing outside, makes it 3-1.
As you said earlier, we're very depleted So it's going to be a little. We have to let some pitchers go a little bit longer than we would like, of course. I mean, Peyton Waters is a great pitcher still. He's going to try to fight his way out of every inning. He's not a guy that doesn't really want to get pulled.
And the fourth walk of the inning, issued by Walters, will reload the bases. And that will bring in the catcher, Brady Evans. Evans himself walked his last time up. Six walks and a hit by pitch so far in this ball game for Peyton Walters, as the Larks 5 runs on 2 hits.
Like we said earlier in the first, it just seems like it's going to be one of those days, Justin.
Yep, it's going to be one of those days. And some days unfortunately, you just have to take your lumps and move on.
Yes.
A swing and a miss by Evans. That will even the count at 1 apiece.
I call it a lump. I call it learning. Just learn a little bit.
Well, lumps, learning, it is what it is.
Yes. I mean, you said in the first, scoring 4 runs, you start thinking about it. But, also that first inning with everything that happened as well. I wouldn't say it's a lump. I would say it's a welt right now. I'm not sure what's bigger, to be honest with you. But
either way, a 1-2 count to Brady Evans, and the A's not giving up in this one, just not on the side of the straw that they wanted to be on.
Yes, I mean we're a team that never wants to give up. We always want to be in the game. Never trying to give up anything too easy, even when it seems easy. It's like I said earlier, it's baseball. Baseball's baseball, and as you said just a couple minutes ago, you get lumps. Baseball doesn't treat you right sometimes, and But again, it's learning. That's all that matters.
Swung on and missed, and a much-needed out number 2 for the Hayes Larks, and that will bring in the shortstop, Cash Benavidez. Benavidez himself a strikeout victim his last time up. Benavidez got caught looking on 3 straight pitches back in the first. This game just eclipsing the 1 hour mark. First pitch.
Only the top of or bottom of the second there, Justin, in an hour.
Well, looking for the bright spots.
Exactly. I believe it was the run rule the other day against North Platte too. I think 3 innings took an hour and a half to get through.
Those first 3 innings took a while.
Yes.
And that was a game. I mean, it wasn't just a run rule. It was
spread out. The runs were spread out. It wasn't like
it wasn't like the A's, like they had one big inning in there, but other than that, it was a run here, a run there, and
I guess when you do score 6 on the first, it's
but from there it was a run here and a run there. I think there was not a whole lot can be said about that game, and then you turn around and you play a team that it's a back and forth affair.
Yes. Especially, yesterday's game against the Rough Riders was a roller coaster.
That was a rough riding game.
Yes.
See what I did there?
Yes, rough riding. Gotcha. I gotcha. No, but I totally agree.
I know.
Midday game, first in a while. Maybe some of us aren't there, but we had the lead. I think for a solid part of that game. I believe we actually had the lead mostly until the 8th or 9th. Top of the ninth.
We held the lead. We led it 3-0. They tied it at 3. Then we led it 6-3. They tied it at 6, and then we walked it off.
Yes, which I mean can happen, especially with again we said short-staffed team. We had Cooper Tompkins, our first baseman, on the mound, doing a lovely job, a great job getting us through those final 3 innings.
And he didn't have to throw an ephus like he did at Great Bend.
Exactly. But still, it was fun to watch. Especially I was up in the booth with you. I just couldn't help you that day. I was doing 3 other things. Um, it's but it was a big team effort. I wanted to help you, but no one wanted to take either of the things I was doing. So, but that's all right.
A full count to Benavidez, and there again, the A's they're just trying to look for an out right now,
Yes. Just trying to get out of 1 run is not that much damage here.
right? Payoff pitch from Walters, a high fly ball that will go out of play, is fouled off over the fence. Looking down at the dugout, I can see Rudy Gonzalez. He's up, walking around, walking gingerly, but he is at least up and moving, so that is a good thing to see at this point. I don't see crutches. That was possibly a concern. And that pitch called strike. Benavidez going down on strikes for the second time. That will end this inning. We're headed to the top of the third. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Brian Gardner leads off the top of the third. Wow, getting ahead of myself. Top of the
Who can
third
blame ya?
for the Dodge City A's in it, and a 1-1 count as the A's still trying to work their first trip through the batting order. It will be Gardner, Gallion, and Rivera due up this inning as that pitch fouled off has Brian Gardner down in the count 1-2. A grounder fielded by the shortstop Benavidez. The throw to first, errant, and a runner on the throw now to second. It's also errant. A, dare I say, comedy of errors in that one.
It's time.
I hate to say it.
Maybe we get a first inning of our own on here. And just saying.
We got some mojo working
Some-
here.
Yeah, we got some momentum.
Now batting for Dodge City, the catcher,
Havoc.
number 10.
You love to see it whenever you're hitting.
Either way, runner aboard via an error. Still no hits for your Dodge City A's. The 9-hole hitter, now catcher, Alex Gallion at the plate. Gallion looks in to take the first pitch from Hill. On the mound, working his third inning of work. A fly ball, and it will get down out in left field. That will put runners on the corners, and the first hit of the ball game for your Dodge City A's. And Alex Gallion doing what Alex Gallion does. The man of the hour yesterday is he would do a hit almost identical to that to walk it off that would score Nolan Williams to give the A's the walk-off 7-6 victory against the Colorado Rough Riders yesterday. That will turn the lineup over to Juan Rivera. Rivera himself flew out to left his last time up. The first pitch to Rivera taken. A swing and a miss has Rivera down in the count 0-1. Juan Rivera batting .313 on the season for the Dodge City A's. Takes the second pitch, a called strike over the outer edge. Rivera down in the count 0-2. The A's will host these Hayes Larks back at Cavalier Field tomorrow night, 7 p.m. first pitch. We hope to see you come out to Cavalier Field and support the Dodge City A's. That pitch missing outside, a 1-2 count to Juan Rivera as the A's starting their second trip through the batting order. The 1-2 delivery, Hill looks over at first, comes set, delivers, and a chopper back up to second. The second baseman Garcia trying to make the flip. Rather, the ball goes out into center field. A run scores, the A's trailing this one 5-1. Gallion at second, Rivera at first. Two errors and a single so far in this inning for the Dodge City A's. Schneider showing bunt, fouls it off back to the backstop for strike number one. And we talked about it, or I talked about it a little bit. The amount of foul territory at Cavalier Field does not come close to comparing to the amount here at Schumacher Nelson Field, also known as Larks Park, or that we saw on the natural surface at Billwood Field in North Platte.
Yes. I mean, it's kind of vice versa to Cavalier Field, or if you want to say opposite. We have a lot of space down the line, but behind the plate, it's
a short porch.
Yeah.
And we've seen it already here with some wild pitches by Peyton Walters where balls have gotten to the backstop, and the catchers have to come up and hustle to get to those. A 2-1 count to Cooper Schneider. So for those of you wondering, dimensions here at Larks Park. And that one hit up the middle, throw to second for one, throw to first in time. And the 6-4-3 double play, 2 away for the Dodge City A's.
The shortstop, number 22, Jordan Black.
Baseball math coming back to me. 6 plus 4 plus 3 equals 2.
So that will leave the A's a runner on third, 2 away, and that will bring in Jordan Black. Black, the shortstop, grounded out to first to end the inning in the first. Takes the first pitch he sees for strike number one. Cooper Schneider batting at .293 on the season, and Jordan Black batting .222. That pitch, a strike. Black down in the count 0-2, and it was an 0-2 count that Black grounded out in the first. That pitch, a foul ball that buzzes the tower of the first base dugout. And we will go back to work. An 0-2 count to Jordan Black. Lights on here at Larks Park. Although the sun is still up, you can see the shadows starting to cast across the field. And that pitch will get Black looking. He will go down on strikes, and that will end the inning. We're headed to the bottom of the third. The A's trailing 5-1. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Well, the Rough Riders, another rough day for them as they fall to the Game Day Angels 8-7. Another close ball game worked for the Rough Riders, but just falling short as they will remain at the bottom of the league standings at this point. The A's, with a loss here, could fall into a tie with the Angels. And that pitch fouled off by Jet Lotus. Lotus down on the count 0-1. He would get on via an error his last time up. That pitch missing high, evens a count at 1 apiece. Thank you for those of you that have stuck around to listen to this one. It's been a long one, approaching the hour-and-a-half mark in this ball game, and we've worked our way into the bottom of the third. That pitch fouled off, falling in the Dodge City A's bullpen back behind the right field wall. 1-2 the count to Lotus. Lotus, the beverage batter for the Hayes Larks tonight. If Lotus gets on with a hit, it will be half-price drinks for the remainder of the inning. 1-2 delivery will catch Lotus looking. He will go down on strikes, and the first out of the inning for the Larks. And Caden, I missed this one in the bottom of the second, but technically Peyton struck out the side.
Really?
Out number one was a strikeout to Cam Walton. Out number two, a swinging strikeout to Brady Evans. And out number three, Benavidez caught looking.
I'm going to be honest, I would have missed that too after.
I missed it, and I was just looking back at my scorecard going, wait a second.
Yeah.
He struck out the side. A foul ball down the first base line will even the count at 1-1 to Luis Garcia.
It's funny, just because, you know, he walked the bases loaded, he said.
He walked the bases loaded and scored a run
Yeah.
off of a bases loaded walk. but or actually it was a wild pitch that scored
Yeah,
the
wild
run.
pitch, yeah.
But you know, 4 walks but you
3
miss the fact that
strikeouts,
you
yeah.
strike out the side.
Yeah.
So you know, my congrats to him on that one. My
mean-
fault for missing it.
But and also still, I mean, they've had 2 hits the whole entire time. So I mean,
Yeah.
which I mean, he's not. I mean, that's really good. He's located everything he needs. Or I shouldn't say he's locating, but he's making pitches that he needs to make. You know, even like the first inning, we already talked about that havoc. You know,
Yeah.
kind of just an inning we don't want to forget about. And the second one, he walked that guy in, but he got out of that with minimal damage, as we said. We had bases loaded, right?
Well, and it's like the pitch that just struck out Jet Lotus. I mean, it was right there. He snuck it in right on the inside corner. That pitch, a fly ball. Gardner tracking it. He will have it just in the outfield grass, 2 away for the Larks.
So the last 4 outs. Before that, were all strikeouts. That's, I
Yep.
mean, that's really good, actually. Honestly, like as a pitcher, that's something that you would want to talk about if you didn't, walk 4 people as well. But
Well,
I'm just giving Petey a hard time. I'm not sure if he's gonna listen to this or not, but I love giving him a hard time. He's a great dude, great baseball player.
the first pitch in as the Larks turn the lineup over. Trent Baker at the plate. Baker has been at the plate. This is the bottom of the third. He's been at the plate all 3 innings.
That's another thing that you would want to hear as well.
A swing that goes out into center field. Schneider there to haul that one in. And Caden, guess what? The Larks went down 1, 2, 3. We're headed to the top of the 4th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Well, some news from around the league. The Liberal BJs dispensing of the Colorado Springs Cage Rats 10-0. A run rule victory for the BJs tonight.
You're winning 5-1 right now. Relax, dude. You gotta talk about something.
And as we said earlier, the Rough Riders falling to the Angels. The A's will take on the BJs in a series this weekend. So the A's with the Larks here tonight, and then again tomorrow night at Cavalier Field, and then it will be the BJs Saturday and Sunday for the Larks. A 1-0 count to Carter Olson as the thumb guard for the catcher Evans comes flying off. Olson leading off the top of the fourth for your Dodge City A's. A 2-0 count now after Carter Olson would get caught looking his last time up. Olson will drive that one to the third baseman LaRue. Throw to first will be in time. One away for the Dodge City A's.
You said it's only the top of the fourth, Justin? Is that what I heard correctly?
Only the top of the fourth.
We've been here for about an hour and a half, right? 2 hours?
We are approaching the hour and a half mark, yes.
It's only the fourth.
Hey, it's not bad.
It's not bad.
It could be worse.
Could still be the second. Thank God, you know.
There's that optimistic thinking. A 1-0 count to Cooper Tompkinson. And before we get ahead of ourselves again, Carter Olson batting .217 on the season. That pitch, a ground ball that gets out into center field. Runner aboard for the A's with one away. Cooper Tompkinson batting .231. I think I might have said that wrong. Carter Olson .217, Cooper Tompkinson .271.
I believe you said that right.
Or .217, sorry, for Carter Olson.
You said 217 3 times there, Justin.
I
It's okay. It's the game. I understand. You're all good. You're all good.
runner on for the Dodge City A's. Jordan Black, or not Jordan Black, Nolan Williams. I might as well just quit.
I mean, I feel like I would probably do better right now. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Justin. You're doing just fine. Again, blame the first inning. Just blame the first inning. That's what we're
Throw
going
to
to do.
first, not in time. I
all right.
apologize.
It's all right.
Like,
It's all right. You're just.
it's been a day.
Yeah. Like you said, like being
Throw-
optimistic.
Throw back to first, again, not in time. And Dylan Hill, knowing something, that yes, the A's are a threat to steal. Maybe not so much with Cooper Tompkinson.
I believe he's 1 for 2 on the season. Check my knowledge on that. I like to somewhat keep track about the number of stolen bases.
A swing and a miss gets Williams down in the count 0-2. Nolan Williams batting at .236 on the season. Cooper Tompkinson, let's look at him. That pitch will get Nolan Williams looking 2 away.
Dawson Stubbs.
Stutz steps in. He himself a strikeout victim his last time up. Cooper Tompkinson, a stolen base and caught stealing, one each.
One each. So I was right. He's 1 for 2 then total, huh? Yeah. I listened, Justin, when you talk. Don't worry about it.
1-0 count to Dawson Stutz.
I'm gonna try to test myself every single time I'm up here with you.
Stutz batting at .271. There's the .271 we were looking for.
Yeah.
A 2-0 count to Stutz. The A's trying to make advantage of a base runner here.
You're really feeling that 99 up here right now, Justin. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Huh?
Really feeling that 99 degrees, or what it's supposed to feel like right now.
Oh, it's still plenty warm. A fielder's choice will get the advancing Tompkinson. That will end the inning as we head to the bottom of the fourth. A 5-1 ball game in favor of the Hayes Larks. You've been listening to Dodge City A Baseball. Ruiz steps in to lead off the bottom of the fourth. He is hit by pitch on the first pitch thrown by Peyton Walters, and Tony Vega escorting Ruiz down to first.
I think he's plunked second. I think he's plunked. Sorry, was I on mute there?
Yeah, sorry.
It's all good. I think he was not too happy about getting plunked there. Being, I think, the first batter to get plunked in the game as well. His first appearance.
He was. He was plunked in the first.
Yeah.
Throw to first, not in time. So Damian Ruiz, a hit by pitch, a walk, and a hit by pitch. His 3 times that he has been at the plate. And the first pitch to Cam Walton, missing outside for ball number 1. Cam Walton shows bunt and pulls back, takes it for strike number 1. Walton on the season for the Larks, batting .400. The Larks making their 3rd trip through the batting order here. The throw back to first, not in time. Still awaiting the 1-1 pitch to Walton. Shadows have overcast Schumacher Nelson Field here at Larks Park. A swing and a miss and a back pick down to first, not in time. The A's trying to do the strike him out, throw him out, only it's not a strikeout as it was just strike number 2.
Strike him, then throw him out, I guess. Like,
Strike it, throw it out?
Strike it, throw it out, yeah.
Strike him out, throw him out. Sounds better. A swing and a miss. There's the strikeout that the A's needed. Back-to-back swings and misses for Walton. 1 away for the Hayes Larks, and that will bring in Tyler LaRue. LaRue walked on his last time up. LaRue batting .452 on the season for the Hayes Larks, and a man that you don't want at the plate swinging right now. The throw back to first again, not in time, and work getting started down in the bullpen, and that looks like pitching coach.
That indeed is the PC pitching coach, Zaid Cisneros, going and getting warmed down in there. He's scheduled to go today.
Pitch in, called strike. LaRue down in the count, 0-1. Tyler LaRue has hit 10 home runs for the Hayes Larks this season.
I think he hit 1 last time he played here.
That pitch missing outside makes it 1-1. Let's go look in the archives, AKA the binder of mess right now.
Binder of mess. Hey, it looks clean, Justin. It looks clean. Just if, clean was messy.
Right. And I actually turn straight to the league game. That pitch falling just inside fair territory. A single for Tyler LaRue down the right field line. Runners on the corners, and 1 away brings in John Sicoli. Sicoli has walked both times he has been at the plate. Sicoli steps in at batting .243 on the season. And it was Will Pendergrass that would hit the home run here at Larks Park in the first league game of the season.
When was the last time we played?
Let's go back and look at the non-league series. A 1-1 count. to Sicoli. It was Will Pendergrass hitting a home run in the first game here at Larks Park.
I was thinking about the time that Fuga started. I may have gotten that one wrong. Like I said, I'm not perfect. I just try to remember.
There's a lot of different things that go on throughout the year. A 2-1 count to Sicoli. Walters comes set. Runners on the corners. The 2-1 delivery. Missing outside makes it 3-1. Walters set. Runners take off, and a swing. Sicoli started to try to check his swing, but goes around anyway. A full count now to Sicoli. Sicoli, the first baseman tonight for the Hayes Larks, and a payoff pitch coming from Walters. Walters has shifted back a little bit, working more from the first base side. A foul ball, and we will do the payoff over again. Walters getting set back on the rubber. Sicoli takes a step back. Sicoli a open stance, working from the back part of the left-handed batter's box. A balk called that will score a run. The Larks lead this one 6-1. The 3-2, a line drive, and Dawson Stutz just not able to come up with it. Another run scores. The Larks now lead this one 7-1. Runner on first, one away.
The Larks catcher, Brady Evans.
Runner on, one out. The catcher, Brady Evans, at the plate. He a strikeout victim his last time up. Evans a walk and a strikeout. Comes into today batting .356 on the season for the Larks. And I believe Evans has been behind the plate every game
I think
that
so
we have
too, yeah.
played the Larks. 1-1 now to Evans. That pitch grounded, fielded by Gardner at third. The throw to second in time for one. And a fielder's choice as he throw to first, not in time. And they will elect to put Bryson Evans on as the courtesy runner for Brady Evans.
Brothers?
I think, but I'm not certain.
I would be mad if my brother had to run for me. But I also wouldn't be mad if I was a catcher. As we talked about last time we were together, Justin, and the big praises out to catchers in baseball.
0-1 count as Benavidez fouls that one off. Down in the count, 0-1. And yes, your point is correct. We saw it tonight with Rudy making the ultimate sacrifice, getting hurt at the home plate. A high throw down to second, trying to catch Bryson Evans. A stolen base. And
also, I want to bring up this guy too, Alex. We haven't seen him as much, but he during season.
Alex!
Has caught
Alex
me
came
every
to
game.
the Conquistadors by way of Bossier Parish, came to the Conquistadors as a catcher, spent most of his time in the early part of the season as a catcher, and would get moved into the field late in the season. And it was in the field, especially the middle part of the infield, where he would go and just absolutely terrorize Kansas City Community College.
Yes.
And I mean,
yeah,
that
crazy
man would
game.
be the night of terror for them as
They didn't like seeing him up to the plate. It's the best way to say it.
Yes.
They hated to see his name at the top of the lineup every game there.
Alex Gallion was the thing of nightmares for Kansas City Community College.
Yes. I believe he had something like, I think like 12 or 14 or something like that in the series in total.
Something like that. I don't
Yeah.
remember the exact stat, but it was
Something. It was something to see.
it was something. And it was just absolutely awesome to watch those games and to be on the call myself, along with the radio guy that was calling those games. I mean, just absolute pleasure to watch the Conquistadors play in the postseason this year.
Yes. We're hoping to be back this upcoming year.
Hopefully, we're doing it at Cavalier Field.
Yes. Well, we're not hoping. We're going to be back in the playoffs.
We will be in the playoffs,
and we're going to be at home.
hoping that it is at Cavalier Field.
I'm not hoping.
Planning that it
Planning.
will be
We'll
at
plan.
Cavalier
We'll plan.
Field.
Yeah, I'll work a plan, but we're not hoping. We're playing at Cavalier Field. Cavalier Field whenever the time comes.
1-2, the count to Cash Benavidez. Runner on second. And a high pop-up up the elevator chute. Gallion tracking it, coming back in the foul territory, and just overplayed it by about 6 inches. The ball dropping just behind him. Benavidez will stay alive. The count 1-2. And there again, that's it. It's a hard play to make. That ball was popped straight up, literally up an elevator chute.
Didn't get too good of a look on it whenever he turned around at first. Found it kind of late. And also, this batter, Cash Benavidez, is giving some trouble to Petey right now. Not wanting to go down too easily. You know, fouling everything off. Like to see just to get like one pitch by him here, and he does.
Gets one, buying the strikeout that will end the inning. The Larks score 2 more, lead this one 7-1. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Tyler Schott taking over the mound here in the top of the fifth. The night for Dylan Hill will be done. He will go 4 innings, allows just 1 run on 2 hits. Strikes out 5. That will be the major stat line for Dylan Hill. It will be Brian Gardner leading off for the Dodge City A's. Gardner on via an error and would come around and score his last time up. Brian Gardner batting .217 on the season for the Dodge City A's. Swing and a miss has Gardner down in the count 0-1. 0-1 delivery from Schott. A grounder down the third base line that will get out into the outfield. Gardner digging for second. The throw still not in. He will hold up. A stand-up double for Brian Gardner. And that will bring in the catcher, Alex Gallion. Gallion singled his last time up. Alex Gallion batting .302 on the season. Awaiting the first pitch from Schott. Runner on second, nobody out. Gallion takes the first pitch he sees, pops it up out into the shallow right outfield. Out number 1 for the A's.
Top of the batting order, the left fielder, number 1, Juan Rivera.
That will bring us to the top of the order. Rivera would reach on an error his last time up. Runner on, 1 away. The first pitch to Rivera, missing outside for ball number 1. A 1-0 count, runner on second. Gallion takes that one. Sorry, that is Juan Rivera. I was thinking Gallion. Juan Rivera wears that one. Hit by pitch. Runners on first and second with 1 away.
The center fielder, Cooper Schneider.
That brings in Cooper Schneider. Schneider hit into a double play his last time up. Schneider shows bunt, lays it down, going up the third base side. The throw to third. It will have the advancing Gardner, the fielder's choice. The bunt just a hair too far up the third base line. 2 away for the Dodge City A's.
Number 22, Jordan Black.
Brings in Carter Olson. No. Jordan Black. Black taking the first pitch he sees, grounds it over to third. The throw to first in time. The A's strand 2. We're headed to the bottom of the 5th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. The night for Peyton Walters is done. Walters will go officially 4 innings, allows 3 hits, walks 6 on 7 runs, hits 2 batters, strikes out 7, and faces 25. So that will be the stat line tonight for Peyton Walters. And really, after Walters would get out of the second inning, innings 3 and 4, a better outing for him. And it is now Zaid Cisneros on the mound for the Dodge City A's. And he will face Jet Lotus. The first pitch in to him for ball number 1. Lotus steps in, got on via an error, and then would go down looking his last time up. A 2-0 count to Lotus as we enter the bottom of the 5th, a 7-1 ball game in favor of the Hayes Larks. 3 pitches, 3 balls to Jet Lotus. 3-0 delivery, called strike, makes it 3-1. The 3-1 delivery fouled off right at the Larks dugout. That will move the count full. Payoff pitch coming from Cisneros. It misses inside, a leadoff walk to the beverage batter, Jet Lotus. Zaid Cisneros comes into today's contest making his 7th appearance. None of those starts, so all out of the bullpen. A 1-1 record on 11 innings pitched, 6 hits, 2 runs, none of them earned. Has walked 3 and struck out 10. So just the 4th walk issued by Zaid Cisneros through 11 innings. First pitch in to Luis Garcia for a ball. Garcia would fly out to the third baseman Gardner, his last time up. Garcia 0 for 2 in this ball game. A 2-0 count to him. The A's just trying to work themselves out through this ball game and move on to the next one. 2-0 pitch taken low, makes it 3-0, and back-to-back batters, Zaid Cisneros has fallen behind 3-0.
Just like to take a deep breath here of your Zaid. Just, you know, as you saw him, he went back, got his hand a little powder, dried off maybe the ball slipped a little bit, just try to regain.
It's a little bit steamy out there, I'm not going to lie.
Exactly.
That pitch called strike makes it 3-1.
Maybe making the ball a little bit more slippery than it needs to be. Just, you know, and then also it gives you a second. It gives you a second to think about what you want to do. Gives you a second to breathe. You know, you go 3-0 first guy, you go 3-0 second guy. You know, I mean, granted, you did go 3-2 last time. But, you know.
Garcia shows bunt, pulls it back, takes it for ball number 4. Runners on first and second with nobody away.
But yeah, but when you see a pitcher struggling to throw, you know, a strike within the first 3 pitches, both times at bat, you're gonna, you know, they're gonna take it. So hopefully this next one, you know, that 4th pitch is you can put that anywhere basically on any guy. They won't swing. You know, it's you know, being smart as a hitter, but also, you know, when you get 3-0, take a deep breath, get that strike, and then go and attack. You know, don't give up on the at bat, of course, which I believe Zaid is just needing to take a break, needed a breather real quick. I think he's rushing himself too much. You know, sometimes it's good to be fast. Sometimes, you know, you get a little too far ahead of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So,
just after the 9 o'clock hour here in Hayes, America, 85 degrees, feels like 92.
It's a little hot day, huh?
It's a little steamy, and Mother Nature went from we're going to tease you about summer to let's go summer.
Yeah, I mean, back in Dodge, for the people that are watching, I think everybody knows we had that flood warning for a while, those big rainstorms every night, so we had wind almost every day. And then we come out here, and I'm drenched, but not from the rain, but from my own sweat, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's just...
I mean, it literally did. It went from, we're going to be okay in the low 80s, high 70s, low 80s, to all of a sudden here we are in the 90s, a high fly ball that will fall, fouling out of play, evens account at 2 apiece to Trent Baker. Baker, his 4th appearance at the plate in this ball game. Baker, a triple, a walk, a fly out, and a 2-2 count with 2 on and nobody out. Trent Baker having himself a night for the Hayes Larks.
Just got lucky there that ball tailed a little bit to the left, and, you know, instead of staying straight, I'm not gonna lie, that ball was kind of crushed there. And, you know, me being Zabe's teammate for the last 6 months, I would have brought something up to him about it within the next couple of days. You know, maybe not tonight, but again, and also again, Zabe's a great teammate. I'm just having some fun with him. Nothing too serious, of course.
That pitch misses low, and 3 straight walks have loaded the bases with the Hayes Larks. Dare we say the second inning deja vu all over again.
Well, we haven't had any umpire talk so far.
I said the second inning.
Oh,
not
second
the first.
Second inning, possibly.
Because
Yes.
it was in the second inning.
Yes.
Let's see. Trent Baker would lead that inning off a walk. Damian Ruiz would come in, draw a walk. Cam Walton would come in and strike out. Tyler LaRue would draw a walk. John Sassoli would draw a walk. And then Evans and Benavidez would strike out.
We would like a, you know, I mean,
so
you know,
it was
bases
either
loaded, but, you know, no outs. 3 strikeouts back to back to back would be awesome.
It was either a walk or strikeout kind of inning, and a 2-0 count to Damian Ruiz, who was hit by pitch.
He was trying to. You see where he tried to take another pitch. It was a little in. I don't think it clipped him or anything, but he was trying to get a free base.
He was
there
leaning
as well.
on that one
yeah,
a
he
little
was
bit.
leaning on that one a little bit too.
A line drive just past the glove of Jordan Black, and that is almost the exclamation point on the night for the Dodge City A's. As anything that could go wrong has gone wrong.
Yes, I mean, you know, you look at the scoreboard, the stats don't represent the score. 4 hits, 2 errors, us 3 hits, 3 errors. You wouldn't think that someone with 4 hits and 2 errors would have 9 runs right now. And
right.
As a pitcher, you know, you hate seeing walks happen.
The Larks leading this one 9-1, 2-run score on that RBI double from Damian Ruiz. A 1-0 count to Cam Walton takes that one for strike number 1.
He's yet to show bunt as he has in his last 2 at-bats. They may be giving him the green light here, let him swing freely, see what happens. Oh, everybody's switching up into get him out at home now. Everybody's coming forward.
The entire infield drawn in, and a fly ball, a diving catch by Nolan Williams. The throw home will be cut off. Another run scores, a sac fly for Cam Walton. 10-1 for the Hayes Larks.
Hey, Larks fans, join us in wishing a very special happy birthday tomorrow to the third baseman number 26, Tyler LaRue.
One away for the Larks. Runner at second. 3 runs have scored. If you're just joining us, that pitch missing low. The throw down to third will not be in time. A 1-0 count to Tyler LaRue, and evidently the birthday boy tomorrow. Hopefully we can spoil that birthday celebration at Cavalier
You
Field.
know, yeah, I'm not one to like, you know,
I don't want to rain on
ruin se-
anybody's
yeah,
parade,
yeah,
but
I wouldn't mind when, you know, splitting the series here, you know, getting another one under our column, you know, getting that the rankings a little changed up. Hopefully, maybe that one game will help us move up above the BJ's at some point throughout the rest of the year.
a 1-1 count to LaRue. And a runner now at third for the Larks. 3 runs have scored. Larks scored 4 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the fourth, and now 3 so far in the fifth to lead this one 10-1. It is 10 runs on 4 hits, 2 errors for the Larks, 1 run on 3 hits, 3 errors for your Dodge City A's. 1-2 count to LaRue. The delivery gets away, and the flip to home as Damian Ruiz comes in to score. And that is just the type of baseball that the Hayes Larks play. They are no quit. They are going to run on anything, no matter what. The Larks lead this one 11-1.
Dare I do say, we are in that warning time now that we talked about there in the first. You brought it up first, Justin.
Ground ball to third, throw to first in time. That will be 2 away. I did say it, and at 11-1, the thought does cross your mind. Will this end up being a run rule game? That is 2 away. Gallion and Cisneros both thought it was 3 outs. It's not. It's just 2.
I was confused as well because I only had 2 outs. I had the cam, and I just had that one. The cam line out to right. Cam Walton's line out to right. So I was a little confused there too, and I was like, well, okay, I guess I'm just gonna have to change it up myself, but see if I can get back there now.
The
There we go.
first pitch misses for ball number 1 to John Sicoli. A right field fly out as Nolan Williams there to haul that one in, and that will end the inning. We're headed to the top of the 6th, 11-1 Larks. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Carter Olson will lead off the top of the 6th for the Dodge City A's. A swing and a miss. Tyler Schott back on the mound for the Hayes Larks. Olson down in the count, 0-1. Takes that one for strike number 2. Quickly down in the count, 0-2 is Olson.
I must have blinked there because that ball looked a little low there in my eyes. But
Well, it is Tony Vega behind the plate. A swing and a miss. One and away. One and away. One away.
it's been a long game, Justin. It's all right. I'm stuttering. Yeah, I'm cutting my words.
It's been that kind of day, and I apologize to our fans that are out there listening. As an 11-1 game.
I'm still very confused about the first inning, Justin.
Oh, that inning just blew my mind.
Yeah.
A 0-1 count to Tompkinson. Tompkinson, a single out in to center field his last time up. 0-2 the count for Tompkinson. One away, nobody on. The 0-2 delivery missing outside makes it 1-2. Cooper Tompkinson, a .354 on base percentage for the A's, .333 slugging on the season. 1-2 pitch comes inside. It will be called strike, and that will send Tompkinson back to the dugout, 2 away for the Dodge City A's, and evidently Tony Vega now in a hurry to get out of here.
I mean, he's probably getting chirped at by both dugouts a little bit, so he's probably just ready to go, especially with an 11-1 lead. You never know what's going to happen.
The first pitch to Williams, well outside, ball 1. Williams, a fly out and a strikeout so far in this game. Takes that pitch for strike 1, evens a count at 1 apiece. Williams fouls that one off.
Swinging out of his shoes there, almost.
Almost. 1-2 the count to Williams. And Williams, the man of the night, the other night against the Plainmen, hitting that monster home run as he will go down swinging, and Tyler Schott will strike out the side as we head to the bottom of the 6th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Headed in to the bottom of the 6th. It will be Brady Evans at the plate for the Hayes Larks. Evans, a fielder's choice. His last time up, he takes the first pitch he sees from Zaid Cisneros for strike number 1, and the first batter that Zaid throws a strike to first pitch.
Again, Justin. Again, really.
Chirp me.
Left me on mute again. Okay.
Hey, fire me.
Okay, I can't. But you can fire me. You can fire
I dare
me.
you, fire me.
No, but I was gonna say you like to see Zay to get get out of here this inning quick.
It would be nice to see Zaid get a nice short inning, and it's good to see Zaid get ahead in the count against a batter, something he didn't do the entire 5th inning against the Larks batters.
Yeah, I mean you saw Shawty come or throw there. A quick inning. You want him to get him back on the field. You don't want him to get back in there and get more rest so he can have another quick inning. You want him to get the blood flowing. Get worried a little bit. And
you talk about the quick inning. If the A's can't do something in the top of the 7th, this game would be done.
That's very true, and that's why you want him to get back out there as quick as can. No rest, no water. Just keep that heart bump going, and then our guys could take advantage of that. That's something that you always want to think about as a pitcher is I want to keep these guys hitting. I don't want them to get cold out there on the field behind me.
3-1 count to Evans. Evans, the catcher tonight. The 3-1 pitch swung on and missed. A full count now for the catcher Evans. A payoff pitch.
Or it could be vice versa where, maybe he gets in there for too long and just gets too relaxed.
Asleep?
Yeah, falls asleep, gets too relaxed. I don't know. That last inning was kind of hard to watch for our guys.
The payoff pitch, a drop strike 3. They will throw down to first to complete the strikeout. 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th.
The shortstop, number 4, Cash Benavidez.
That brings in Cash Benavidez. And here's a good one for you, Caden. Benavidez with the hat trick of strikeouts.
Really?
Caught looking, and swinging. The hat trick of strikeouts. Let's go for the golden sombrero right here.
See if we can get like a drop third strike. Just add a little pizzazz to it.
1-0 count to Benavidez. Pitch called strike, evens a count at 1 apiece. And there again, the strike zone.
Brought him a little bit. That was a strike by Zaid. I think that's a good pitch.
Amoeba-like?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, like I said earlier, umpires have their own schedule sometimes.
Exactly. A swing and a miss. That will even the count at 2 apiece.
We saw it the other day in Great Bend.
Let's not talk about that game.
Yeah, we'll keep that one quiet.
2-2 delivery from Cisneros. A chop that will go down the third base line and drop foul. We will do the 2-2 over again. An 11-1 ball game. The A's scoring their lone run in the top of the 3rd. The 2-2 pitch called strike 3 over the out and edge. 4 strikeouts in this game for Cash Benavidez. Not having a good day at the plate.
Hey, you jinxed him, but thank you. So thank you for that, Justin. Yeah. Golden sombrero, as you said. He just got it.
The little broadcaster's voodoo going on up here.
Commentators curse, as some people say. But
some would say that.
That wasn't a curse. That helped a lot.
Nope. That will end the inning as we will head to the top of the 7th. The Larks leading this one 11-1. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. New pitcher on the mound for the Hayes Larks. It will be, and I was just on that page and moved away, Mike Cruz taking over the mound for the Larks. Tyler Schott will go 2 innings. No runs, no hits, and faces 9. So that will be the basic stat line for Tyler Schott as Mike Cruz takes over the mound for the Hayes Larks. Cruz comes into tonight's contest a 4 appearances, 3.1 innings pitched. A 1-0 record for him. 3 hits, 5 runs, all 5 earned. Walked 7, struck out 6, hit 3, a 13.500 ERA for him.
Sounds kind of like a blessing to us, I'm just saying.
Let's hope. Dawson Stutz at the plate for the Dodge City A's, down in the count 0-2. As the A's down to their final 3 outs in order to avoid the run rule here. Run rule in this league, 10 after 7. We have entered the top of the 7th. Swung on and missed does Stutz. And the last 4 batters for the Dodge City A's retired via the strikeout by the Larks pitching staff. Brian Gardner stepping in. Gardner on via a single that got up, actually it was a double that got up the left field line just inches inside the foul line. And that pitch in for ball number 1. Brian Gardner, an error and a double in this ball game. So Gardner has been on base both times he's been at the plate. That pitch missing outside makes it 2-0. Delivery coming from Cruz, a fly ball, and the triangle converging on it. It will be the second baseman Garcia that comes up with it out in the outfield. 2 away for the Dodge City A's. Two away, and the catcher Gallion down to the final out for the Dodge City A's. Takes the first pitch he sees outside for ball number 1. Gallion a single and would pop up to the second baseman out in the outfield, his last time up.
You know, it's a little deja vu from last night as well. I mean, it's not the same scenario, of course, at all, but my bad, not even last night. Yesterday afternoon. Yeah.
But, you know, at that point, you know, we have Nolan Williams on, and Alex Gallion steps in with 2 outs, and the A's are going, can we do this? What do we do? And Gallion steps in and delivers
says, I can do this. I will do
and
this.
delivers a lazy fly ball, eerily similar to the single he delivered here earlier this evening out into left field. 3-0 count to Gallion.
Lazy or not, all that matters is that it got down in my book, you know.
And a 4-pitch walk puts Gallion aboard. And that will turn the lineup over to Juan Rivera. Rivera, a fly out on via an error and then would be out via a double play and was hit by pitch his last time up. Rivera with his flashy neon batting gloves and cleats takes a first pitch he sees for strike number 1.
It's got to show some homeschool colors there. The neon orange cleats and gloves there. Little callback to
Rivera fouls that one off, down in the count 0-2.
the
Cruz getting some rosin.
0-2 count, you know,
Well-
Juan's still going to be dangerous here. Anything in the gaps.
Step on with an 0-2 count. Cruz working from the first base side of the rubber. Rivera checks his swing. That pitch missing outside, and the Hayes faithful
Did
not liking
no,
that
they
call.
Did not. I think it was a good call. I think it may have been the right call. From up here, it looks like it was a little out.
From up here, it looked like the right call to make, but
Yeah.
the 1-2 delivery missing low. It moves the count to 2-2. Juan Rivera playing with fire on the last 2 pitches.
Very, very close. It looks like. But I still believe they were
The right calls have been made, but
Yes.
definitely playing with fire.
Yes. Mike Cruz on the mound is not making the batter's box look good for Juan right now. I think he's just barely missing it right now. And
That pitch on the outside edge,
finally
and
was it.
Rivera bit as he played with fire one too many times. And that will end this ball game. The A's fall 11-1. We thank you for sticking this one out with us from the oddity that started off this ball game. Again, the A's fall 11-1. I am Justin Hergert, been alongside Caden Norman, and the A's will be back in action tomorrow night as they host the Hayes Larks at Cavalier Field, 7 p.m. first pitch. We hope you will join us there. So long and good night. This has been Dodge City A's Baseball.